What is this? A crawler course for ants? Nah, it's probably scaled more for like large beetle size. Alright, well a lot of people on my Instagram have kind of asked me to give them a brief walkthrough of how my course is constructed. Like I said, this is built around these 24 scale crawlers. I have this and an SCX24. You can see it's dual levels. It has like a cave in here. I want to add a little lighting, subtle lighting, try to still keep it cave-esque. But I mean, all these materials are super easy to get. This is actually fairly easy to do, I think. I probably have less than $100 in the whole project, including this cute little doggo. So let's kind of get the easy stuff out of the way first. So the grass that I used is just preserved moss. You can get it at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever craft store is local to you should have it. It's fairly affordable, and I just kind of hot glued it down. Now this up here again is just preserved Spanish moss, same deal. Craft stores, hobby stores, Walmart will have that. Alright, another easy feature to this are the scale logs, because they're just sticks from my backyard. It's that easy, people. See, scale isn't hard. I mean, I guess it probably is. I'm probably not even that good at it. But, hey, these sticks make great scale logs. Check it out. Like maybe a storm came through or they're logging a trail and there's a bunch of logs in the way. I mean, how many times can I say log in this video? So moving past the logs, let's talk about the rocks. Now, these particular sections are just kind of made out of wood that I cut in random shapes and stuck down. And the material that I use to cover them with is called plaster cloth. So basically you just dip it in water and drape it over kind of your base, and you can create really cool rocky sections, pretty much just like this. Try to get a shot in the cave there. As far as the cave is concerned, the legs are made out of wood, and then this is just kind of brown packing paper. I want to add some extra detail. Big keys to this are buy way more glue sticks than you think you need to buy, so you can make less trips to the hobby store. Alright, so let's talk about these rock sections. Now these rock sections are actually really old losi rock sections from their micro crawler days. I found these at a hobby shop and they were like on clearance, so I picked them up and they really worked good for this particular project. Perfect scale, perfect size rocks for these trucks. And once we get past the losi rock sections, these sections are just repurposed packing material. I just kind of glued them in place and smashed them down the way I wanted them to look. Added some paint and some grass for some depth and detail, and that's what you come up with. I mean, a lot of this is just using your imagination. All these materials are really easy to find, but I would be remiss if we didn't talk about the base. So the base itself is just 2x4s. So it's 2x4 frame, it's got a piece of plywood on top, and then everything else is built off that. Besides that, there's very little wood. Most of the structure you actually see is foam board that I recycled from work, so it costs nothing. And then I guess the last thing we need to talk about here are the fence is actually just part of the little animal package that I bought at Walmart for like $10. And it came with a ton of extra animals, so the ones I didn't use, my daughter will play with and cherish them for always. But now I think the time has come where we get the Kyosho Mini-Z and get her ready to take a pass through the cave. We will try extremely hard not to run over Doggo, because we don't want, that organization, whatever it is, whatever abbreviation it is, getting on our backs. So, we're not going to run over Doggo. We're going to come up here, cross the rocky section. Boom. We're going to articulate, we're going to flex, we're going to three-wheel some stuff, perhaps. We're going to come up. We're going to go up the slate mountain, around, cross the log path, final rock section, finishing on our beautiful lush green plateau with our water buffalo and our horse. Alright, on to the first rocky section here. Not running over the rabbit. up and over. You can see just how controllable this truck is and how much it acts like a 10 scale truck. It's super smooth, really drivable. I mean, it looks great. It works so well. And like I said, not having that worm gear drive makes all the difference in this truck. So, no problems there. We're gonna go up the slate wall and across the log section here. So up the slate wall, over the log section. I might make this a little harder. And then we're gonna go past spike cat on a tree. And I had to give you guys a line on the kind of different section of the course. This is, you know, the handmade rocky part. And there's quite a few lines, I mean, on this entire course. So you can spend a good chunk of time out here and have